Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Grow Wednesday. And this is, let's see, it's the 8th, January 8th, 2025. Let's go, 8 o'clock Central Time every Wednesday night. You may be catching the replay. If so, check out the rest of the show. We're going to play a little intro. What do you know? The intro, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. If you could help me out, get that like button fired up. Maybe tag a friend in here, tag everyone you know, and we'll be right back in 4 minutes, 20 seconds.
The indoor farmer has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for our communal time. With Waylon, we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. We'll live and we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Join Waylon for our journey so fine. Learning, laughing, and sometimes sad, but always together from the good to the bad. He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Waylon makes sure that no one feels like they're there alone. So come every Wednesday, find your place in his light, where Waylon, the indoor farmer, invites you to grow not just plants, but your soul, your mind, in a world where together we're truly aligned. Tune in and grow with us, let's expand our view on We Grow Wednesday with Waylon. It's true.
Waylon, the indoor farmer, has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's taught. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. We grow and they all one.
When the indoor farmer
All right, all right. Hello, and welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, guys. We Grow Wednesday. It's all about trying to grow as people, grow as a community. Learning to grow food is just one small part of this show. And we look at plants, we look at agriculture, we look at different news and articles within the food and health community. So we check that out, but we're also always looking for guests. So if anybody's ever looking to promote something or come on, definitely let me know. Tonight's show is, let's see, January 8th, 2025. We're going to get into it. We've got some websites pulled up, and we're going to be looking into some interesting news. But there is some things that are sort of on a broader level, interesting questions being brought up. So we're going to get into that as well. We also going to do a spin for the indoor farmer community. So if you guys haven't done that, get over there to wherever you're subscribed at, either Facebook or locals, and get in on that post. Let's see. Congrats to William for winning last night. William won the first spin this week. So cheers to you, brother. And we're going to be having some more fun this coming weekend on game night. So let me know. Try to let me know ahead of time if you want to schedule yourself as a player. We're going to do that. Try to do that a little bit more ahead of time. So before we get into it, though, guys, hit that like button if you could, please. Share us out with everyone you know. And in about 3 minutes, we're going to do a little 7:10 on the West Coast. Little celebration, get the show started with a bang. So let's go. Hit that hashtag WTIF. I see you there, Just. Cheers. Let me pull up some background noise just to keep my microphone working. That's all I'm worried about. Let's see. I know I have some more. I just need to go upload. So, guys, what do you all think about what's happening right now? So, Donald Trump, President Trump, got inaugurated, or what is it? He's the official nominee, and that's people, voted in, or the votes have been counted. Right? There's a word I'm missing, but I know on January 20th he gets inaugurated. So it's a little different, but he's basically hitting the ground running, and what's happening is pretty interesting. All these questions being brought up about things like Panama, the Panama Canal, things like Greenland, possibly annexing Greenland or something to that effect. And then there's Canada. We're talking about Canada possibly becoming part of the United States, which I think a lot of it is just sort of, speculation and just thought and just kind of random questions being asked to Trump. It's very interesting, though, to see like what we're like keeping on the table and what stuff is being talked about. I'm like, why are we even talking about Canada being part of the United States? There's so many other things that we should be working on. But I guess the questions come up, and I guess there are Canadians that want to do this. And so the reason it's part of my thinking on tonight's show is because what would that look like? What would that mean for our resources, our a change in the sort of the global economy, the global way that things work, and just us like taking on all sorts of new territories, right? There's some of it is pretty good farmland. There's places where we can actually do things that would help us. And so I don't know that I really want to or don't want to. I think eventually, just as sort of a broader thought here, I think eventually it would be kind of a thing where we peacefully engulf the entire world in a sort of one government. I don't love the whole like New World Order sort of conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but theoretically, I mean, the world will eventually be so connected that we're already sort of one. We're one world, right? We're one big rock. So the countries vying for power, and the countries that the big powers that be are basically trying to divvy up what powers there are. And but that's on the surface level, but underneath, like, we're all connected, the whole planet. And so that's why I look at the fact that every single person can take a little bit of that independence to their own needs, a little bit of self-sufficiency, a little bit of self-sustainability, right? Take that under your own responsibility. Maybe not all of it. Maybe you can never do all of it, but maybe you try to do some of it, right? That's the attempt. That's the goal, right? And so it's a very interesting conundrum. And a lot of people online are coming up with all sorts of plans and different thoughts on how we should do things and how we should divide it up and this and that. It's interesting. It is interesting, but I think it could have an overall impact on our agriculture industry for sure if we'd start to take on things like, add Mexico as part of the United States. Like, it's funny that like people have had conversations like this before, but this is now being brought up on the national level by the incoming president, or not by him, but to him. And so there's just implications here that haven't been part of the conversation in the past, So I think that's kind of funny, but we'll see how it goes. All right, let's bring them in. What's up, Coffin Kara? Hello. Diana, hello. Brandy, come on in. Jess, let's see who's in the house here. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Please do so. If you think I'm doing anything worth doing, go sign up and become a subscriber, become a supporter. And we just passed the 7:10. I was busy jabbering. So we do a little bit of medicinal cannabis and a little bit of recreational late night, nightcap talk show, late night. The other guys would do like a little brandy, like some of the other shows that are more established. Like they're okay doing a little bit of alcohol. But you know what? We're doing a little nightcap of a couple of dabs, maybe a puff off of the old Sherlock, as we get down and dirty into what's really growing on. And today, on the second half of the show, I'm going to be checking out the post that I put up. I posted on Facebook a sort of picture of the thumbnail for the show, and I challenge you guys to post in that post, or in the comment in that post, a picture of something that you have growing on, maybe something that you grew recently, whatever it was, when the weather was nice. And I'm going to go through that post, kind of check it out, look at what's growing on, see what you guys had posted. Let's see, let me turn this up a little bit. There we go. So yeah, let's have a dab, guys. Let's hit it. We'll do a little music break as I pull up some articles here. Here we go. Let's play a little old school. I like this one. Cheers.
There's Will and the indoor farmer begun with seeds in his farm and visions so clear. He teaches us all how to grow year by year. Will, the indoor farmer, he's the guide in a digital space where we reside. From hydroponics to the soil's embrace, he's building a world, a sustainable place. He speaks of the journey from seed to the plate. On X, his wisdom he does not abate. With every post, a lesson to share. On
Delicious.
growing our food, he shows us the care. Why depend on just a few to feed us all?
It is Wednesday, which is another good reminder day to wash it out. Wash it out Wednesday if you have a medicinal piece, such as a rig of some kind with water in it. I forgot. I need to put more water in this. I think we established with a guest that came on. Who was that questioned it? It was like, hey, I think you could put more water in that. And so we're going to check that out sometime, maybe later. Hey, Rose, how are you?
He speaks of the journey from seed to the place. He speaks of the journey from seedable place. He speaks of
Let's share in the tabs.
He's building a world, a sustainable place. He speaks of the journey from seedable place. He speaks of the journey from seedable place.
Cullen, what's up, brother?
He's building a world.
All right, let's bring it up.
He speaks of the journey from seed to the place. He speaks of the journey from seedable place.
Does it actually matter if you buy brown or white eggs? Oh, that's a good question. Found right here on foodandwine.com. the color of the eggshell have any effect on your eggs, flavor, or nurturing? We'll check this out right after this song.
A lesson to share on growing our food. He shows us the care. Why depend on just a few to feed us all? Whalen says start small, watch it grow tall.
Don't outsource your survivability.
He's the voice for those who've never grown before.
I mean, we all are, but that's probably not the right thing, right? Let's just take a wild stab in the dark and say maybe we shouldn't outsource our ability to survive to other people. And yeah, you know, within reason.
He's more than just a name. A community builder, not just a digital fame. From We Grow Wednesday to Perceptions Talk, he's connecting us all.
You're doing and fading fast. All right, well, you have a good night, Rose. If you fall asleep, it's all good. You know, I do the late night talk show, adult community vibe over here. So you're welcome to watch the show on the replay, and we will see you on the flip side. Oh, I think this is repeating. My bad. Here, we'll just.
Teaching us resilience and how to disarm the distance between us with food as our guide. In this digital age, he's our pride.
Let's go back over. Let's go to one of these. Yeah. You buy brown pasture-raised eggs. Well, the pasture-raised is probably the main thing that's a benefit, right? I'm just gonna guess that that's the main thing. So we're gonna read it. We just hit one more here, old Dabaroo. All right, Randy. Okay, you started buying the organic eggs. What does organic really mean, though, when it comes to eggs? They know everything the fish. They know everything that the chicken was eating. Like, for instance, organic honey is not a real thing, but they do market organic honey. Now, I believe there is organic eggs, I guess, because you can force the chickens to eat a certain thing, but almost everything has some kind of glyphosate or whatever. If it's just some kind of feed that they give them, it's really hard to know. But the idea, I think, or one of the things is that most everybody could have a chicken or two. And I think that there's some laws that have changed recently. I don't know if it's been everywhere or just statewide, but they can't keep you from having chickens or at least a certain amount. So look it up in your area, but I think that's something that I'd like to get into, having some chickens, but I want to make sure that, like, I have a dog that probably would eat them, and find some way to keep them good all winter long. What's up, Margaret? How are you tonight? Rose says it might be the color of the chicken. I don't think so, Rose. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. There's a myth that you can get this sort of shiny black egg, and that part is kind of a mythic, but you can get these black chickens. Actually, I don't want to speak too much on something I don't know about, but I did see this article that people were saying that's not true, that you can't get that sparkly black egg, but the chicken itself is possible or something to that effect. I'd have to look it up again, but let's there's some trending things here. Everything you need to know about the carnivore diet. Okay, I definitely want to read about that. Try these 5 no recipe mocktails. here's what you'll see at the F&W Classic. The Aspen. Food and Wine Classic. Okay. That'd be cool to go to. I've been reading their website for quite a while. Go meet these people. Be like, hey, I'm on the show sometime. Don't panic over the Naproso pod price hike. Naproso prod. What am I reading right now? Anybody heard of Nespresso? Nespresso. I read that totally wrong. Nespresso still is a foreign word to me. Holy cow. Hey, thanks, Margaret, and everybody over on the Rumble. I'm up to 451. Gained another Rumble follower. Let's go, Rumble. Rumble, I know you love me on Rumble. You just don't know it yet yourselves. Rumble doesn't want to let me. It doesn't even want to respond to me on X anymore. They were talking to me in the private messages. Told me what to do, gave me an email, said email this email. If they don't respond, get back to me. Come back to me. Message me again. And so I did, and now crickets. I messaged him a few times, like, yeah, I'm probably not going to keep paying you guys if you can't respond. And I even messaged the owner of Rumble when he posts on X. I comments on there, yeah, but your team won't even respond to me. They're like adding features and all this and that. I'm like, I just would like to have somebody that can get back to me. They probably hate me now, but like they weren't doing me any favors before when they didn't know who I was. So thanks. We'll see. I mean, I'm just a little guy. So hit the like button. Let's try to blow it up. Let's go. Saw some interesting people popping through the chat tonight. Appreciate you guys coming in. All right, I think we're clean. Let's read. Actually, let me check a couple of comments before we do that. I had chickens and a rooster, and it's a lot of work. Yeah. Well, it depends. Like, I mean, I've heard people talk about it like it's not a big deal. Like, chickens eat a lot of bugs. Yeah, you got to feed them some things, but you can feed them kind of some scraps. And, like, I'm not going to say it's no work, but they do give you a pretty good bounty. So I feel like it's cheaper than the work it takes to get those eggs out of the store, Interesting though. I appreciate your perspective on that. I want to see maybe they had a lot of chickens. Maybe that's it. What's up, Cindy? Get my eggs from my cousin. A world of difference Yeah, I have a friend that has chicken eggs, but I don't get over there as often as I should. You'll Google it, Rose. Let me change this tune. I'm hearing the twangy twang nonstop. You don't need a rooster unless you want babies, right? The color is determined by the color of the feathers, like I said, and chickens with red feathers lay brown eggs. Well, there's a lot of mixed colored chickens, though. We're going to read this story, though, here. Wait, what? I thought I was on it, but I guess I need to click it still. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, one isn't healthier than the other. Here's what the experts say. You had to Google it, Rose, before I could get to the story? You're like, I just have to know right now. Okay, there's a lot of information to be found on egg carton labels. But what about the color of the eggs inside? To help you shell out your money wisely, we asked 4 poultry experts why some eggs are white while others are brown, blue, and beyond. What's the difference between brown and white eggs? Poultry experts say any eggshell's color is completely based on the type of chicken that lays it. The type of chicken, okay, not just their coloring. The shell color is dictated by the breed, its genetic, says Jonathan Moyle, PhD. poultry expert and extension specialist at the University of Maryland College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Okay. Most eggs come with a base color. That's white, explains Richard Blatchford, PhD. Yeah, like what do we think? They were bleaching eggs to get them white? A poultry researcher and associate specialist in cooperative extension. Small to industry scale poultry at the U.S. Wow, that's all part. Small to the industry scale poultry at the U.S. or UC Davis Department of Animal Science. I don't understand what that means. Small to the industry scale. Okay, but as eggs travel through hens' oviducts during the reproductive process, some breeds deposit pigments that change the color of the egg shell. Okay, so default is actually white. Brown eggs generally laid by, okay, so yeah, you looked up the brown eggs specifically. Looks like they're laid by red or red-brown birds with red earlobes. Red earlobes? Holy cow. Chicken earlobes. I'll have the fried chicken earlobes, please. For $3.99. We got, let's see, a pigment protein called porphyrin is added as the eggshell, or added to the eggshell is built. Added as the eggshell is built. Okay. Pork rinds added to the eggshell. Most in the U.S. are produced by Rhode Island Red or Plymouth Rock chickens. Rhode Island Reds. There you go. Them Plymouth Rock chickens. They don't like no smooth jazz. Rock and roll all day long. Rock and roll all day long with those Plymouth Rock chickens. You know what I'm saying? White eggs, generally laid by white birds with white earlobes. Earlobes. I don't know if I've ever really looked at chickens close enough to see ears. Common U.S. breeds is white leghorn chickens. I just imagine these tiny human ears that are so small underneath the feathers. You just move the feather aside. Whoa, there's an ear right there. White leghorn chickens. That's what they are. Foghorn leghorn. Foghorn leghorn. That's what. Okay. Things are coming together now. For chickens that lay brown eggs, a pigment protein called protoporphyrin pork rinds is added as the eggshell is built, thus adding the brown coloring. Okay, that's what the brown coloring. Extension agent of Agriculture and Natural Resources at the University of Florida's Institute of Food and Agriculture Sciences, James K. Yarborough. Come on down. For chickens that lay blue eggs, a pigment protein called oocyane, achione, okay, is added when the eggshell is built, creating a blue shade, he says. Okay. Although exceptions exist, there is a general rule in the poultry community when it comes to knowing the color of the egg a hen will lay. Birds that have red earlobes, which also tend to have red or red-brown feathers, usually lay brown eggs. And those that have white earlobes and feathers will lay white eggs. Earlobes. Chicken lobes. Most of the brown eggs in the U.S. are produced by a type of chicken breed called Rhode Island Red or Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock. We already read this part. While many of the white eggs are made by white leghorns. I'll say it. I'll say it, boy. I'll say it. Most of the white chickens are leghorn chickens. He says, noting whatever color egg a hen lays at their first egg will be the same color throughout their entire life. Okay. Never. Yeah, that sounds like a children's book. Can a chicken change its eggs colors? There is some variation of brown and white, which may be dictated by the age of the hen. Brown eggs may be really dark brown when the hen is younger and fade to a lighter color when the hen is older. Okay. Interesting. There should be no effect on any part of the inside of the egg based on the eggshell color. It's like different eggs are for different, like a video game, brown eggs are for healing, white eggs are like a strength boost, and then blue eggs are like make you run a little faster because you got to go to the bathroom, something like that. Just like you get little superpowers depending on your egg colors. Okay, I'm smelling a whole video game now. You've got like a belt with like egg dispenser, like Batman's belt, except you've got different colored eggs. Maybe it's like an Easter Bunny movie, right? We just had the Badass Santa movie with Red One. You guys seen that one? It's got The Rock. It's got Ryan or what the hell's his name? Chris Evans. Bunch of people. Santa's like badass. Well, they got to have the Easter Bunny. He's got like a bandolier of different colored eggs across his chest. Anyway. Pyrene. Okay, pyrene. I've heard that word actually. Non-factory farm is what they were saying. Okay. Yeah, I mean when they're not talking about the worst end of growing chickens for sure. There's just like the generalized color of the eggs. Brown eggs healthier, while brown eggs have built up a reputation for being healthier or more natural. That's not the case. Oh wow. I totally fell for that. I thought I've been getting brown eggs thinking they were better. Adds Mark Dressner, Director of Integrated Communications at the American Egg Board. The American Egg Board. All eggs are healthy according to. Oh, all right. Whoa! Listen to this statement. All eggs are healthy according to the FDA, he says. I don't believe the FDA has my best interest at heart. But it's interesting because I have heard there's a difference in the egg, the color, the richness of the egg when you get a free range, a chicken from a small farm with those eggs, like a darker yellow color, and people will compare it to a store-bought egg that they say, has kind of like a, very pale kind of color inside. So what do you guys think in the comments? Is there a difference on the inside of the egg, not between the color of the eggshell, but between store-bought and buying from like a local farmer's market or a friend that has a chicken? I wonder what you guys think. So let's see. Something else worth pointing out per designer. Organic eggs can be both white and brown, but contrary to popular misconception, not all brown eggs are organic. Oh, they really pulled one on us there, didn't they? Somehow, I don't know what happened with that. Marketing, I guess. The color of the eggshell. Oh, hang on, let me change this up a little bit. Color of the eggshell has no impact on the egg's nutrition, value, or taste, adds Yarborough. This is derived more from breed and bird nutrition. Okay, right, okay. So that's where you would have the difference in the taste and the nutrition value is they say derived from the breed and bird nutrition. Bird nutrition just means not factory farmed. Or basically, as long as someone took good care of the chickens and all that kind of thing and had them, happy and outside. Blatchford agrees there should be no effect on any part of the inside of the egg based on the eggshell color. So they all agree, but I don't think it is the eggshell color. I think it's the how the bird was treated. about blue or green eggs? Green eggs? Green eggs and ham. I'll be damned. I've never had green eggs and ham. Pastel-hued eggs are less common in commercial stores than brown and white eggs, but they show up in some shelves. For example, Two Creeks Rainbow Eggs, which feature a mix of brown, white, green, blue, and beige egg shells, can be found at some specialty stores. But you're more likely to spot these colored eggs at your local farmer's market. Okay. Have to check out the eggs next time at the local downtown farmer's market. Like brown and white eggs, pastel-colored eggs are also dedicated to or dictated by breed of the hen, says Moyle. There are all kinds of genetics going on here. He says some breeds like Araucanians and Americanas are also known for laying blue eggs, says Yarborough. Okay. I didn't know there were green or what do you say? The other color, beige. Be better if it was burgundy. Burgundy eggs. People more recently have done a lot of artificial selection and are breeding birds that lay different colored eggs, says Blatchford. They've come up with all different shades of green, blue, and brown. Some look pinkish, but they're basically a shade of brown. Easter eggers. Easter eggers. What's up, Al? Are mixed breed hens that carry blue and brown egg genes and lay a wide variety of colored eggs. Bottom line, while buying pasture-raised eggs from the grocery store or farmer's market will likely get you the highest quality eggs, poultry experts agree that there is no best eggshell color. Yarborough puts it simply, it does not matter at all what color egg you choose. I feel like they're just trying to be neutral about it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but that's funny. There's a lot of different egg colors. Who knew? I didn't know. That's interesting. All right. The carnivore diet. I have tried the carnivore diet. I do like the idea. It's just that it's hard for me to not have the carbs. How about the carbivore diet? Am I right? Carbivore diet. This controversial way of eating is gaining traction online. So I heard something recently that made a lot of sense. I've heard a lot of good things about the carnivore diet. I've done a lot of research on it. But one thing in particular makes some sense in the in the argument against carnivore diet, and that is our teeth. You know, we are able to eat meat, but when you look at the ratio of teeth that are made for meat versus teeth that are not, we only have a couple of canine teeth. That's crazy. You know, we've only got like 4 teeth that really are pointed to be eating something like this. And I don't know. I mean, maybe there's something to that. Maybe there's something to that. It's interesting. Yeah, the breed is the hard one to not eat, or the bread is the hard one. Yeah, I bet. I'm just trying to read a smaller screen. Yeah, the bread, and I do like a little sugar, but I don't eat that often. I've been cutting it back. But well, you know, like for example, I'm having a little sweet tea right now. Typically drink water, but you know, it is what it is. I had a steak tonight for dinner. I had it didn't end up turning out as good as I would have hoped. It wasn't bad. Ate it. It was a ribeye. What's your steak pick? Anybody? What's your steak pick out there? Tell me in the comments below. Have you ever eaten a stick of butter? Whoa. Not in a pie crust or spread on toast. I'm talking about biting into a plain stick of butter. Or maybe you've browned butter, frozen it into popsicles. and enjoyed it as a treat. What? Either of these options will likely shock most people or sound like something you'd do on a dare, but they're often par for the course for those who adhere to the carnivore diet and their audiences online. I have never heard about this or seen this, but I hope it's real butter. If they're sitting there licking on some margarine, they're definitely not doing themselves any favors. The idea of an animal-based diet has existed for centuries. German author Bernard Moncrief, 1856 book, The Philosophy of the Stomach, or an exclusively animal diet is the most wholesome and fit for man, outlines an argument for why men can and should eat an animal-only diet. Throughout the 19th century, James Salisbury, a physician and creator of the Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak, James Salisbury. Okay, who hasn't had a Salisbury steak? Advocated for a beef-heavy diet with low amounts of fruits, vegetables, and carbohydrates. 1976, Scottish doctor John Rollo. Is he the guy that made Rollos? Oh no, I don't think so. Began prescribing a diet of only meat and fat for patients with diabetes. Okay, well, yeah. A practice that became popular with other physicians only to discover until the discovery of insulin. Okay, that's where we went wrong. That's where we went wrong, people. We said, well, here's this shot of artificial insulin, and we'll just keep giving you that the rest of your life. Well, how would you like to stick yourself, in for what, every day for the rest of your life? Give yourself some insulin. Shouts out to all the diabetics out there. I know you're out there. Let's hear about it in the comments. That's insane to me, when all they really needed to do was be like, look, if you go on this diet for a while, you might be able to introduce some of this stuff back in over time, but you may not even want to, because you're going to feel great. I tell you what, I felt great. I did it for 3 weeks and I felt like energized, but I still ended up ultimately going back. I lost, I think, 30 pounds. I was about 20 pounds lighter than where I'm at now. I'm not a bad weight at the moment, but yeah, I did lose quite a bit from that little bit. Homemade Salisbury steak, that's what I'm talking about. Made a lot of pickle juice popsicles for my kids. Okay, but never a butter stick popsicle, Al. Heart attack waiting to happen. What is, Rose? Which part of it? Just the butter stick? I don't think so. It's a different thing now. I don't eat steak, but I smoke a lot of chuck roast. Okay, you don't like steak, or you just don't eat it? Had lamb chops. I don't think I've had lamb chops. I may not have ever had lamb chops. My mom used to Salisbury steak all the time. I don't even remember what the difference is. Is it just like sort of like a beat up piece of steak? Like, I'm not sure what does that even mean? Salisbury. All right, can I have mine Salisbury, please? Excuse me? All right, let's see. But the term carnivore diet was only popularized in the past few years. And social media's ability to cultivate subcultures has created the ideal space for carnivore communities to form and grow. Simply put, there's never been a better time to be a carnivore diet content creator. Although carnivore influencers can now leverage Instagram and TikTok to reach out like-minded individuals who are interested in eating animal products exclusively, part of their success is thanks to the controversy that this kind of content stokes. Someone biting into a stick of butter will certainly stop you in your tracks. It will either catch your attention in a good way and possibly promote you to leave a disgusting comment. Either way, it's generating engagement to fuel the algorithmic success, right? There's hate bait. There's hate clickbait out there. Oh yes, just that's so good. It's so good. He's so good. I'm glad I was vegan. There is something about that though, guys. When you're in full carnivore, like ketosis, they call it, and I can explain ketosis, but the meat tastes different. You literally like want all the fatty pieces. You like it all just like tastes just so good, like so much like better, like more primal. There's something about it that just brings you back to this like caveman kind of feeling, and I'm not kidding, man. Give it a try sometime. Just for a 2-week time period where like you won't eat as often. You'll have more time with your day. You're like, wow, what do I do now? You're like, you don't sit there thinking about your next meal like you do when there's carbs involved. This is my experience, and I think a lot of others as well. So just take that with a grain of meat. And I didn't even go full on where like I'm just now incorporating bone broth into my food and like raw organ meats is something I have not gotten into yet. Raw organ meats is not yet there for me. Only lamb chops at the Middle Eastern restaurant. Nice. Steak is okay, just don't eat it. Huh. What's up, Ronald? You don't like meat that much, Rose? Okay. Not gonna eat the butter stick, Al. Makes sense. I'm not sure what it's all about. Kayla, how are you? I bet they made them good. Oh, the lamb chops. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool Frog, what's up, my guy? Over on the Rumble. Cheers to the Rumblers. I gained a follower on Rumble. It's like every one counts. Every single one counts. Carnivore helped me meet my husband. If you're single or alone in this, and you need a place to meet other carnivores, but comment butter, and I'll invite you to the Butter Club community. To Butter Days Ahead. Butter Days Ahead. Look at me, eats lots of meat. The biggest scam. Okay, let's see. For someone like me who deeply values having carbohydrates and vegetables throughout the day, it might seem easy to dismiss the carnivore diet community, but that doesn't negate the fact that it's becoming increasingly visible and likely primed for more success as efforts to make America healthy again, MAHA, amplify belief in scientifically dubious health claims. Joe Rogan, host of one of the most listened to podcasts in the world with 18.9 million subscribers on YouTube, currently holding the #1 spot on Spotify list of most popular podcasts in the United States, has featured carnivore experts on his show and given the diet a try. As with other hotly contested parts of the food world, like seed oils, there are a variety of opinions on whether the carnivore diet is good or bad for you. Carnivore diet enthusiasts may claim that it can heal hormonal imbalances or chronic gastrointestinal issues, while conventional medical wisdom directly opposes these notions, stating that consuming too much red meat can put you at greater risk for cardiovascular disease and even cancer. But harmful or not, the carnivore diet is growing presence online, and ignoring parts of the food landscape doesn't mean they don't exist. Yeah, but they're ignoring research that points to the opposite of what they're saying about the red meat. To start, it's important to note that the carnivore diet does not look identical for everyone. One of the most extreme renditions of the lion diet, which dictates that you can only partake in uh, ruminant meat, salt, and water. Ruminant meat hails from animals with a ruminant digestive system, including cows, sheep, goats, bison, and deer. This degree of restriction is less common than other forms of animal-based diets, but it does have its own digital presence. Influencers Michaela Fuller, daughter of right-wing author, why they got it? Okay, psychologist Jordan Peterson. Yeah, okay. Jordan Peterson and his daughter Michaela both do the carnivore diet. It's built up a large following for her promotion of the lion diet. Okay, she went full lion diet. I thought they were just doing like Jordan Peterson basically just lives off of ribeyes. Many other variations on the carnivore diet are more generous, allowing the consumption of any animal-derived products. Hence, why carnivore often refer to their diet as animal-based. This can include all or a selection of pork, poultry, fish, shellfish, eggs, and dairy. Quite a few carnivore content creators have come under fire for touting the benefits of raw milk. Oh wow, how dare they? Which food safety experts repeatedly point out is more than pasteurized milk likely. To carry foodborne pathogens. That sentence doesn't make sense. Well, they've gotten propaganda in this article a couple times. Jordan Peterson, like he could be just psychologist Jordan Peterson. Otherwise, he got to be right wing. Like he was pushed to the right by the insanity. Like he wasn't right wing. Just a psychologist, man. You know. Let's see. Now they're talking about like raw milk. Oh, the devil. And they can't even type here. Let me read this one more time. Which food safety experts repeatedly point out is more than pasteurized milk likely to carry foodborne pathogens. That doesn't make sense. Other subtle choices like whether or not spices may be used to flavor meat may differ depending on who is practicing this way to eat. Way of eating. Journey that each content creator takes to arrive at the carnivore diet is similarly personal, but there are shared experiences among animal-based eaters. Bella, better known as Steak and Butter Gal online, like these people, that's their entire like existence is carnivore diet. It's like for me, I tied myself to something, the Whalen Indoor Farmer, right? Like I'm planning to be a commercial grower of some kind, some way, shape, or form, not just cannabis, but other things. Probably not commercial cannabis, of course. And like I said Monday, I'm a terrible grower. I have a long ways to go, but I am learning a lot, and it's fun, and it's like there's no reason to stop. There's no reason to not learn this stuff because we all got to eat. And even someone that's on the carnivore diet can appreciate growing plants because those things can feed the animals that we eat. So in a roundabout way, you still have to do it. There still has to be farming happening, even if you were to go and you look at farming of the animals or livestock farming. That's still a method of farming too. But anyway, moving on. Let me back to comments here. Hey Rose, I see you on the X. Yeah, and Margaret was there too. Yeah, cheers. What's up, Danielle? Let's see what time. Yeah, we're at about almost at the hour mark. I'll have to do the spin here shortly, probably after this. And then we're going to check out a bunch of pictures that anybody or video or anything that was put in the post that I made earlier with tonight's episode, picture. I made a post, and I thought this time, well, let's see if anybody wants to post up pictures of what they have growing on, and we're going to go and check that out here after the spin. Let's Let's see. Handle that accurately indicates 2 of her dietary staples. What, for what reason, you know, they had to put this in here. It's funny. Switched to the carnivore diet after being vegan for 6 years in the hopes of healing issues with her hormonal health and skin. Started a carnivore diet because I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. So I really had a lot to heal. Bella tells Food and Wine, I lost my period. I lost my period. So I was searching for an answer on what to do to bring my period back and also to heal my skin. At the time, I was struggling with cystic acne. I was struggling with cirrhosis and eczema. When first starting a carnivore diet, Bella focused on a high-fat and low-variety approach to eating, explaining that in the beginning, I would say I was eating the highest amount of fat, so I would be eating a whole stick of butter per day, every day, because I was just that deficient in fat. But now, 6 years in, she's expanded to including a wider array of ingredients like cheese, kefir, chicken, seafood, pork, and eggs. You see a carnivore diet content creator, the odds are high that their journey began with, or at some point was guided by the carnivore diet by Dr. Sean Baker. Okay, yeah, I follow him on X. From how to start a carnivore diet to the ideal cooking temperatures for different meats. The 224-page book is a guide to every aspect of being a carnivore. Sean Baker, 1967 on X, who is often credited as the founder of the modern carnivore movement, regularly featured as a spokesperson for the community, and it was Baker who appeared on Joe Rogan's podcast to explain the ins and outs of the diet. Like Rogan, Baker's popularity is frequently mixed with controversy. His medical license was revoked in 2017 before being reinstated in 2019, although he was not returned to practicing as an orthopedic surgeon. And it's surprising to hear a doctor recommend a way of eating that contradicts what we know about a healthy diet. This article is biased. This article is totally biased. Several, like 3 or 4 times now, they've been taking digs at this. Like, we don't like the carnivore diet. Pretty much is all I'm hearing. Baker believes that the carnivore diet is particularly useful for healing chronic illnesses and gut issues. Telling Food and Wine that I started talking about this. Talking about this is because I saw a lot of people actually healing various diseases, and anything from Crohn's disease or cirrhosis to depression, diabetes, and so on and so forth. Yeah, definitely a lot. There's more meat. Baker is now solely focused on the carnivore diet, and his life centers around helping other people discover its benefits. Just this month, he announced a video partnership with Bella, which the two will use to teach. Video partnership with Bella. Okay, the other girl there, which the two will use to teach new carnivores everything about going animal-based. When speaking with him, it's clear that he's prepared with ample information. Basically, they got shut down when they were like, well, what about this? To convince skeptics that the carnivore diet, well, you can't just say proof. You can't say like scientific research. I mean, he's a doctor that's doing the research right now. They're so against this. It's funny. Convince skeptics that the carnivore diet is helpful, not harmful. He cites both personal stories of individuals being healed through the carnivore diet and a litany of medical and biological terms ranging from the gut's microvilli to production of creatine, all of which are difficult to disagree with when you're interviewing him in the moment. Wow. This person is so defensive. This writer here, look at this, which are all so difficult to disagree with while you're interviewing him in the moment. Yes, this is so funny. I gotta scroll up and find out who the heck this was. Fake news, right out. I don't think it's fake, but they're taking a bunch of digs at it. They're definitely leaning hard on it. They seem like they're putting out the facts of what happened, but then also adding in this shit. Some of these claims are more questionable. Okay, so more questionable because you don't know all the terms that he's throwing at you. Like when Baker says that people in the carnivore diet don't get scurvy, vitamin C deficiency, historically common in sailors who didn't have access to fruits and vegetables. But other beliefs are more approachable. Okay, like his emphasis on the carnivore diet as simply another tool in the arsenal of treatments can be leveraged to combat chronic diseases. He notes that some carnivores may think vegetables are trying to kill you and all this stuff, and I think that's a little bit of nonsense. I think this is something that is just very powerful, therapeutic tool. Okay, consuming carnivore content may be a slippery slope. Oh man, watch out for a lay person like me. Oh wow, not versed in medicine. So trying to tell you, hey, if you don't know about if you're not a doctor, you shouldn't try the carnivore diet. It may be difficult to parse through wordy assertions that the carnivore diet is backed by scientific evidence. This is getting better and better. However, the vast majority of doctors consistently say, here it is. Let's side with the consensus. Consistently say that such a narrow diet carries health risks. Well, just about every diet sounds like it carries health risks. Would you guys agree? Let's see. Penny Chris Etherton, PhD, registered dietitian, science advisory board of member at Humana, or Human. Never heard of this. Human. And a professor emeritus at the Department of Nutritional Sciences at Penn State University, tells Food and Wine that dietary diversity, particularly the inclusion of plant-based foods, plays a crucial role in helping to promote a healthy gut microbiome and decrease IBS symptoms, mainly by providing essential nutrients for gut health. Chris Etherton also mentions potential cardiovascular impacts of a carnivore diet, which are among the greatest concerns. Although research on the health effects of a carnivore diet is lacking, did you know that the diet that only includes animal products, mainly meats, eggs, and low carbohydrate dairy products like butter and hard cheese, and excludes all other foods, i.e. fruit, vegetables, legumes, grains, nuts, and seeds, are adverse cardiovascular health effects? Has adverse cardiovascular health effects. Most notably, it markedly increases LDL cholesterol, the very bad cholesterol that is a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Now, there is a lot of this that is being questioned right now. Cholesterol, and there's different kinds of cholesterol. There's two different kinds of cholesterol, from what I remember from my conversation with my friend Hamad. We talked recently. We're going to try to get another podcast going soon, but he really knows a lot more about this, and because he's actually carnivore diet for the most part, does very little vegetables once in a while, and so I think it's just so funny that there's the way this is going. Well, the consensus says this, and it agrees with me, so I'm going to just let you know. It's just funny. That's the way that they're going about this. The LDL and the I forget the other LDA, or I forget the other term. There's another type of cholesterol. You actually, believe it or not, get a lot of vitamins from meat if that's all you're eating. It's trace amounts of vitamins, but your body will absorb and actually use a higher amount of those versus a more varied diet, sort of not necessarily all that healthy diet. Most of the vitamins you intake will be flushed out of your system with the other foods that it sort of bonds together. That's from what I remember about it. Yeah, this is an intense article though, for sure. Hugh Sun, associate professor at the Department of Nutrition and Epidemiology at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, echoed this concern, saying that eating a meat-dense diet may lead to an elevated risk of developing multiple chronic diseases. Well, if you already have chronic diseases and they're making them go away by many accounts now, yeah, these guys they're not looking at the data. Such as a type 2 diabetes, heart disease. Diabetes is linked to sugar. This is insane. Heart disease and colorectal cancer, name a few. Wow, they went straight with the jugular. They're like, nobody wants ass cancer. Nobody wants ass cancer. We better scare them with ass cancer. What's up, Chance? Hey, Kim. Hello. If stock and vegetable market, they must, man. They must. It's like, look, we still have to grow vegetables. We still have to have medicines. All these herbs that are edible as like nice garnishes on our plate. A lot of them are medicinal, and there's still reasons to ingest plants. It's just that we don't need to, I'm not saying, obviously I'm not a complete carnivore. I love too many carbs. It's hard for me to do that. But if we were to, it's a generational thing. You have to teach children, and the adults do their best to sort of change their ways. And as the children learn, like in a couple generations, it could be, I'm not saying it should be, but it actually could be like we're a majority of carnivore diet. Like, yeah, you'd have to do a lot more work on the farming and agriculture industry to support and be able to raise more livestock. I'm not talking about, fake laboratory meat. Oh shit. My camera stopped working. Why did my camera stop working? Doesn't seem right. Wow. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Let me check my... Hang on. Let me take that down so I can check my audio real quick here. Camera just shut off on me. Testes. Okay. I'll have to change it over here soon. Code 1, is that the camera? Code 1, camera time. Camera action. I like it. Well, we've got 2 minutes till the 7:10 on the West Coast. I think I said 7:10 on the West Coast earlier, but that was 7:10 Mountain Time. Now it'll be 7:10 on the West Coast. That's funny though. They were totally just really biased in this article. Probably one of the only ones I've seen that seemed like that from those guys yet so far. So we still haven't checked out. I don't know if I want to read the rest of the article. They're not really making a lot of sense here, and I'd have to spend too much time debunking every little thing. But it is something to look at, because if there's one thing about science that history has taught me personally, it's to okay, let me back it up a little bit. Movies. Let's just go with movies and not actual history. One thing that movies have taught me is you always listen to the dude who's saying like something different than everybody else when it comes to theories on science. Don't do what they say. You don't say, oh, okay, yeah, this one guy says something different, I'm going to do what he says. But like, you never, okay, let me rephrase this. Never dismiss. If you have a scientist that's doing some crackpot, wacky, research, you never dismiss. It's like, okay, let me hear about it. And then it's like something off the wall. Okay, well, jury's still out on that one, But when I look at the couple of dozen doctors that have tried the carnivore diet, have tried to debunk it, and have tried to put themselves through it, did 6 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever, and ended up finding positive improvements on things like cholesterol and I think it was body fat, and there was other things that they saw like total improvements on. They lost weight even though they didn't want to or need to. It was just, it's not like they didn't lose like, they didn't go like unhealthy looking weight. Like that's what vegans do. The vegans, like their faces are all sunk in and just kidding. But no, your body can like look all depleted, and I don't think that's happening on the carnivore diet side. I'll just try to see how long this is real quick. Okay, that's about it. The reason for those links are not entirely clear. But excess animal fat intake, hemi iron intake, and insulin raising effects of animal proteins may play a role. Wow, they don't even know about their supposed more developed side or more, settled research or whatever you want to call it, because they try to say there's not a lot of research done on the carnivore diet, right? But I can tell you for at least 4 or 5 years now, people have been putting it out there and talking about their experiences on it. So there is research being done. It's just not being done by these people. They're like, we don't really know, but we think it could be this. However, both Chris Etheron and Sun mentioned that more research is needed on the effects of an animal-based diet. In a nutshell, there's more we can learn about the carnivore diet. In the meantime, we can rest assured that, as with everything else, it is not a magical panacea, and everyone practicing it should consult a doctor to ensure they are meeting their nutritional needs and not putting their health at risk. What is clear about the carnivore diet is that whether you like it or not, it's finding growing support and community through digital platforms. Bella has 408,000 followers on Instagram, and Baker has 592,000 followers, not to mention the dozens of other carnivore diet creators who collab with them. The shock factor of seeing someone eat a stick of butter and 2 steaks in a single serving is an undeniably powerful visual hook. It's likely to pull in more people on social media. Wow, man. This salty cracker who wrote this, let's see. I don't know what color they are. They seem like a salty cracker. All right, let's go find out who it was. Merlin Miller wrote this. Merlin Miller, New York education. Merlin graduated with a bachelor's in anthropology from Cornell University. While at Cornell, she centered her studies on the role that food plays in human culture and archaeology. Oh, wow, man. This is wild. Expertise, sustainable food systems, food history, Southern and Cajun cuisines, food media trends. Merlin Miller is a social media editor and writer with a love for the ever-changing modern food culture. She curates visual directions for social media, identifies topics and content that appeal to a brand's audience, and follows new trends in food media. That sounds like it's written by AI. Like, that shit was just a bunch of garbled nonsense. She does food and this and edits and looks at people's food and does social food things. Like, this is just, wow. All right. I'm done trashing Miss Merlin. But she definitely had some bullshit in that article, Merlin. Talking to you right now. Now, let's go check out marijuana. Oh, actually, first we need to go over and do a quick spin. Spin. If you haven't got over there to a subscription, go follow me and subscribe on Facebook. I really need to get I'm going to raise the price to $5 on Facebook. I'm going to do that. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. It's happening. I just keep forgetting to do it. So I need to go and check anybody. Let's see if anybody added themselves to the list. Let's see. Okay, so we got Chris added on there at number 21. 20. Okay. All right, no one on Facebook. Let's go check locals real fast. Yeah, we passed the 710, but hey, it's here and gone. Just like that in a flash. All right, has anybody jumped in on the local side? Nope. Cindy and Sean Cook. Okay, I just see Terry and Brendra, Terry and Brendra, Terry and Brendra, Terry and Brendra, Terry and Brendra. And then I see Brendra and Terry. And then I see Sean Cook. Okay, so Sean Cook, you're going to be number 22. Number 22. Why isn't it giving me? Oh, that's weird. Cindy Lou, who? You're number 22, who? Or no, 23, who? That would have worked nicely, but didn't work out. Little Cindy Lou, who was only 22. It's like the older version, like the new version of French. Okay, so 23. We've got to add a couple numbers. That's good. That's cool. All right, let's go back to the comments for no reason, but just because, out of habit, I guess. All right, let's hit it. 21 or 22 and 23. Oh. All right, good luck, and thanks for the support. Consider signing up today. If you're in the audience, you come back and check out my show on a daily basis. Go sign up. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna get well more back than what you paid for. I'm in. Ray says I'm in. Well, subscribe, Ray. I can see. I'll be able to see when you subscribe, brother. Count me in, Ray. Count me in. Isn't that what they say? They say count me in when in those like follow trains. Follow for follow. Oh yeah, sister. Oh yeah, bro. We just gotta hit that like button on each other's posts all the time, right? Is that how it goes? All right, number 15. Number 15 is who? Okay, we got Jess is number 8. Let's see who's number 15. Sandy is number 12. Brendra is number 15, and this is her first post. Awesome. Okay, Brendra Bryler, we have a number 15. Congrats. You won. Bam. Okay. Cool. And we'll do one more spin tomorrow. We'll do one more, so you can subscribe and get in on one more this week even. Let's check out a couple other sites real fast, and then we're going to go check out the post that I was talking about. That if you guys saw it on Facebook, you can just... Oh, my camera. Why though? Why do you do this to me? I buy the expensive camera. I buy the expensive gear, and the gear just says no. Don't know why I need an accent, but I just do. All right. Top headlines. Profit watch. Outside factors, currencies, and interest rates gain attention while market stalls. Okay. WIU to save money on feed costs thanks to IFB. Western Illinois University to save money on feed costs thanks to Illinois Farm Bureau money gift. Money gift? Money gift. Who's this guy? Schlusener. Schlusener devotes 4 decades to ag statistics. Mark Schlusener, Illinois state statistician, retired in December. 40 years. Wow. Succession planning key topic at Young Leader Conference. Succession. The IAITC Ridgeview FFA partnership sparks early ag interest. Okay. Program strengthens grow ag education in Illinois. See, I'm glad they put money into ag education, but I kind of feel like they just push them all to be within the sort of government, as far as like, yeah, they're farmers, but once you have this sort of connection with the factory farming sort of group of people, you get sucked into that. I think I feel like that's happening in schools and in colleges. They're getting enticed to be pulled into the dark side by having them like, look what all we can do. We can help you, and we can have this whole network once you get out of college, and you can jump right into farming and blah blah blah. Illinois governor tremendously disappointed by failure of hemp product restriction bill. Oh snap! It did fail. Okay, I went to the Capitol building to try to support friends that were trying to get this bill to fail. Tremendously disappointed by failure of hemp production restriction bill. Okay. Let's see this quote. There was a raucous meeting at the Democratic House caucus in which there was a lot of yelling by staff by people who were opposed to the bill. By Peter Hancock, Capital News, Illinois. This is the Marijuana Moment on marijuanamoment.net. A bill that would have imposed regulations on new types of intoxicating substances derived from hemp, stalled in the Illinois House Tuesday, dealing a political setback to Governor J.B. Pritzker after he strongly supported the legislation. Well, look, I don't know much, but I can tell you that almost anything that upsets J.B. Pritzker is probably good for the rest of us. I'm just saying. Trying to get sound. Am I still audible? You guys still hear me? I'm just kidding. Let me check my own. Okay, it says I'm good. It says we're good. The bill died. Red 6 says. Okay, well, awesome. That's good news for the people that were there, that were trying to fight for it. You know. Let's go back up. Let's see. I was tremendously disappointed, Pritzker said at an unrelated news conference Tuesday after it became clear the bill would not be called for a vote in the House. This is a demonstration from my perspective of the power of a special interest in the money that they spread around to thwart health and safety of the public. Money, it was literally a bunch of small-time hemp farmers that were just going around doing what they are supposed to do, is going to their representatives' offices and, talking, trying to tell them to vote no. This is interesting. But the bill also created rifts within the House Democratic caucus. According to several sources, the hemp regulation bill was the focus of a 3-hour closed-door caucus meeting Monday that some House members described afterwards as sprinted, but others described as ruckus. Raucous? What am I? Rickhouse. Holy cow, I don't know what that word is. Pritzker also called Democrats House Speaker Emmanuel Chris Welsh's decision not to call the bill irresponsible, saying he believed it would have passed with a bipartisan majority had he done so. And he criticized House Democrats for the treatment of members of his staff who appeared at Monday's caucus meeting. The Welsh spokesperson noted that he is a co-sponsor of the bill and would continue working to pass it in the new legislation session that begins Wednesday. A lengthy caucus discussion found that the bill in its current form did not have enough support with the House Democratic caucus. The spokesperson said he is committed to continuing discussion on that when the bill ultimately passes it is the best possible piece of legislation for the state of Illinois. Interesting. Intoxicating hemp. The bill targeted a new intoxicating hemp is their new phraseology, huh? The bill targeted a new category of products that have been so far able to bypass the regulatory framework Illinois set up when it legalized industrial hemp in 2018 and recreational marijuana the following year. Yeah, because it's their fault for separating the plant in the first place, thinking that it's different things when it's just about the different branches of the same plant, if you will. The different what do you call it? There's a biological or a botany word for the two different families of the same plant. We call it cannabis. The two crops are closely related biologically. There you go. Both are classified as a form of cannabis. Oh, hey, I just didn't even have to say that. But the major distinction between them is the amount of intoxicating chemicals, the intoxicating chemical THC, then they contain. The intoxicating chemical. Like, imagine if they regulated fruits and vegetables on how much alcohol that can be produced from that fruit or vegetable. You know, like potato liquor and corn liquor and all these different things can be turned into alcohol. How come we don't regulate that by how much alcohol can be produced? You know what I mean? Hemp is defined as having a THC content not more than 0.3% by weight. Most of us know a lot of this. Let me look how long this is. House Bill 4293, known as the Hemp Consumer Products Act, would have closed the existing loophole by defining any product meant for a human or animal consumption with a THC content greater than a consumer CBD greater than that of a consumer CBD products as cannabis. It would have done so regularly, regardless of where the THC came from or how it was derived. Oh wow, okay. So they were trying to put them back together, I guess. And it would have subjected those products to all the regulations that apply to the cannabis industry. Oh, I see. So the hemp industry doesn't want all the same regulations, but they also, from what they were telling me, and this is several people at this event over the weekend, they want regulated. They want some sensible regulation because that way they can move forward and no one can say, well, they're unregulated and this and that. So they want that done, but I think they want, obviously, as favorable regulation as possible. The bill passed the Senate during the regular 2024 session in May by a vote of 54-1. Wow. The House did not consider the bill during the final days of the spring session, nor did the bill come up for a vote during the fall veto session in November. Interesting. Industry concerns. In December, Pritzker held a news conference and issued a news release announcing his support for the bill while urging lawmakers to pass it during the upcoming lame duck session in January. Lame duck. I learned what lame duck session is. And if you guys are interested, yesterday's show, the Indoor Farmer Reviews last night, we looked at a bunch of pictures and video and stuff that I got from inside the halls and inside the chamber, the House chamber, inside the offices of the representatives. It's kind of an interesting look inside if you haven't ever been through there. All right, we don't need to. We're gonna end that one right there. You can all read more about the bill, but that's an interesting though that it's passed and all that. Now let's go check out this post and see if anybody participated. There are 21 comments on this post. I haven't looked at there's only 11 likes. Wow. I see how I add up to the likes of the commenters. I'm gonna check each person and see if they okay. Some people commented multiple times. I see. That's what's up. I'm gonna check each one of them to see if they also hit the like button. I'm gonna be petty. Let's see. Nope. Not seeing it. Wow. My own sponsor, and oh, goodness gracious. I'm so appalled right now. Wow. Well, I'll just go through and show the people who were nice enough to hit the like button. Let's see, there was 11 of you that interacted. Some of you that didn't even post a picture. All right, we'll look at them all, but I really hope some of you are watching right now and you just feel so bad. All right, let's go. I have no notice on the subscriber page. I'm not sure what you mean, Chris. There shouldn't be a notice of any kind. I don't know if you addressed this, but can you grow CBD at home legally? Oh yeah, you sure can. You can grow a CBD strain. Yeah. This is huge. What's huge, Chance? Oh, the bill. Yes, the bill changing. Yeah, pass or not passing. I thought what you were saying, Chance, is like this is huge. That only like half the people hit the like button on my post. You know, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, this is enormous. This is ridiculous. You know, but I will give it to him. He did post some pretty pictures, so I guess we'll have to check them out. We're not live in the subscriber page, Chris. We're live on my page that you're commenting on right now. We're not live over there at the moment. I do share it into my group, but let's see. Can I make it? I guess I can do like this. So this is from Leaf Cycle, who did not hit the like button. Where's my boo at? Boo. But these are pretty. He didn't say what they are though. How am I supposed to tell you what they are? I don't know what they are. I can do this. Okay, it's a little bigger. Somebody tag Leaf Cycle in here. Ask them what the heck these are. They look like delicious, whatever they are. He posted a little close-up, a little more close-up here. That's pretty. You can win $10 gift code to leafcycle.net by playing in the Indoor Farmer Game Night every Sunday night. Shouts out to Leaf Cycle. We got Miss Sheena. What's up, Sheena? We got... You didn't say what it was either. It looks good, though. Looks like you're getting close to time to flip. Maybe not. Maybe you got a little ways to go, but you're in deep into veg. Looks good. Looks good. All right, this is fun. We're going to try this again sometime, except I'm going to say you have to hit the like button or I won't be your friend anymore. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's hard to get that little button pushed. You know, it's hard to find it sometimes. This looks nice. Is the same thing? Same strain? I hit the most recent. I meant the likes for this show. Yeah, I mean, if you're watching right now, brother, just hit the like button wherever you're at. I mean, you're good. You're good, man. I'm talking about this post here that I put up a few hours before the show. I put up a post to show out, like to promote the show, but I also was like, hey, comment below, show me a picture of what you got growing on right now. So far, we've seen Leaf Cycle and Sheena. We've got Sheena's. Are those? What is this? Oh, it's okay. It's like a hydro system. Oh, look at that humidifier. That's interesting. Just hanging from the ceiling. That looks like it's a little too close to your lights. Not going to make your lights too wet. I have a fire. I'll do that. We got Carla Green Thumbs, Baby Auto. See, here we go. Now we're talking. Baby Auto San Diego Sunset is what this is called. It's an auto. Okay. It's just a babe making its way into the wilderness of the vast unknown. I like it. I like it. Country Boy replied, fat little stalk. Yeah, pretty fat little stalk. I'm growing, Rose says. Okay. Here, let's interact a little bit before we move on. Oh. This could be a fun thing to do. Probably a couple times a week during Monday show and Wednesday show. I like it. All right, we got Professor Lee. Got the professor with his iguana. That is awesome. I'm a dinosaur, he said. That's cool. Oh yeah, I'll do a dab to this. Let's shout out to the professor, meow meow, all day, all night. Oh. Phone stand having some trouble here. Give me a moment. So I went to a physical therapist, you guys, and I've got some of these stretchy bands and I've got some exercises to do. For the first time, I feel hopeful about my shoulder issues. Some of you have been following me long enough, you know. It's been over a year now. I've had some kind of damaged muscle going on, and basically my shoulder is a little bit out of socket because of it. The weights and the muscles, the stabilizers are not keeping it in place. So basically over here, just with a loose ass shoulder, clanging on itself, danging itself all on the sides, you know. All right, let's have a little dabs. What's everybody doing this weekend? I'm gonna probably have a pretty busy weekend, actually. Looks like. I forget what I was doing Saturday, but I think I had something I had. Oh yeah, I think I have a podcast. I'm going to be on Saturday with my boy G-Lo and some other podcasters from X. Shouts out. Figured out I posted my blue dream. Okay. Oh, that's what you're trying to. Okay. Tagged you in the post. You tagged me, Margaret? Are you talking to someone else? Can't post a pic. Okay. Oh, you found. Okay, I got you. You got him in the post. This is cool though, from the professor. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I'm definitely not limiting everyone to cannabis. That's for sure. Al D. Rich, he was in the house. Al, I'm not sure if you're in here, but thanks for the Love Guru, he calls it. Okay. Love Guru over there at Ebb and Flow Seed Company. That thing is purty. Cheers. Next, we got Country Boy Weeds. Looking pretty. Crypt Keeper. Crypt Keeper Kush. Crypt Keeper Kush. Very cool. You know, Country Boy working with the fire usually for sure. He replied, I only have one. Oh, wow. Eric Zick just won a contest with this photo. Winter Sunset Outdoor. Okay. Now that is something special for sure. Winter Sunset. Kayla says, I was going to tell you something. I'm going to message you later. It would be like a photography or a paragraph. Oh, I see. That's okay, Kayla. You're always welcome to message me. Beautiful, right, Margaret? Man, speaking of Margaret, let's take a little music break and pump it up a little bit, a few notches, and play a little Margaret Jet. Should rename the song to Pie on Parole. Cheers, everybody.
In the heart of the city, where the green leaves grow, lives a lady named MJ with a glow you'll know. With her initials so clever, she's the queen of the bake. MJ's baked goods, oh what a treat to take. Oh MJ, with your cookies so sweet.
Oh yeah, she's got the sweet cookies, Chris. Don't be going anywhere untoward. Throw another dab in the mix. Got a lot of more pictures on here. It's awesome, guys. Appreciate it. Everybody that participated. Who's next? Unconing Paralyzer. Beating for 40 miles per hour wind. Holy cow, Terry. Pie that's on parole. There it was. Pinecone Paralyzer. And a pumpkin over there. Did take a bit of a beating, huh? Right in here. Pie cookie, yes! Like little tiny pies. She's the life of the party, she's the heart of the show. With MJ's baked goods, how could we ever say no? Wave Podcast Wait, Margaret, you should call the cookie Pie on Parole. The P.O.P. It's the Pie on Parole. You ever had those? The Pie on Parole? It's going to yield quite a bit, though, Terry. Checking this out later. Tomorrow, I mean. Chris motherfucking Plummer. What's this called, Chris? Stephanie, hello. Oh, wait. All right, let's get back to the background sound there. All right, we'll jam out again in a little bit. Chris, I need to know what this is, man. These are like tight ass fat buds. Like, look at those buds, Becky. They're just so fat. They're like one of those rap guys' fat buds. Blue Dream, okay. It says Blue Dream. It's looking delicious, my friend. Looking really good. When did you harvest this? Chance says it's fire. I agree with you, Chance. From 207 Genetics. Okay, shout out. Looks terrific, bro. Hell yeah. Sexy, that's for sure. I'll give you that. She's sexy. She's stacking nicely. Looking like it's going to be pretty dense. I like the spacing, bro. Like, you've got it all nice. Like, it's looking good. I'm not a scrogger. I did scrog. I've scrogged. I've scrogged. I've been there. But I don't like the scrog. I'm not a scrogger. Awesome, Chris. Thanks again for participating. Let's see, who do we got here? Washin Allen Yoma. Washin Allen Yoma. I don't know Washin Allen Yoma, but they are participating. I'll give them the. Let's see. Okay. It's like a cute little bush. That thing is dense. Need a little cleaning up underneath, I think. Really big leaves, though. Those fan leaves are huge for a small. It might be deceiving. It looks smaller than maybe that it is, but I can't tell. Maybe they gave me a second picture here. Yeah, Chris, they do look like it. Leaf cycle. What's up, man? I saw that you posted a couple pictures. We pulled them up. I saw you didn't hit the like button, though. I'm pretty disappointed. Just on a personal level. But you can always correct that mistake. Let's see, this Yoma person. It's called Hype Beast by Rose Lemon Heart. Very cool. By Rose Lemon Heart. Hype Beast. Interesting. Definitely looks like a hype beast. Then Washin Allen Yoma gave us a second picture, which is maybe the same, but that is dense looking, isn't it? Like, that's crazy. I think my plants that I have had a bad transplant because they're not really growing. They don't look unhappy per se, but they're not doing anything. It's crazy. Those are pretty big fan leaves. Let's see what he says this was, because I think there's a couple comments right afterwards here. Another hype beast, okay. Needs a haircut. That's what I'm saying, Rose. Rose came in and was like, hey, don't be promoting my genetics with a shaggy ass plant needing a haircut. That's funny. Let's see what he says. That's funny. Quit hating on your genetics, Ella. She's just got a perm. She just got a perm. No, that looks like a fro. That thing needs a huge like thinning out. That's funny though. I don't know either of these people, but hey, I appreciate the interaction. Rar to you too, right, Steph? That's what I thought. He's like, hi, Rar. Do you have Osiris lights? I do not. Get Osiris lights. I've got some good lights, man. I've got some good lights. Let's go back up and check one more time. See if there's any. Let's see, newest. Go to newest. All right. Okay. That's all of them. That's all of them. Awesome, though. Very cool. Had more participation than I actually expected, so that's pretty sweet. We got William Falconer as tonight's winner, and I think that's about it. Let me see where we're at here. Yeah, less than 10 minutes to go. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Maybe we will do another dab or two. Won't you be my? Could you be my dabber? Well, dabber, if you need to come over and borrow a dab or two, you'd be welcome. I need like a sweater, that I can hang up and take off my loafers or my flip flops. Like in another wonderful episode. What's up, Alan? From Uncle Rick's. I have no affiliation. Okay. Cyrus Lights is from Uncle Rick's. Okay. Yeah. I don't. He was talking about lights very briefly when I had him on. I would like to. He talked about giving me a sponsorship through the lighting company. So how many out there? Let's see it by show of hashtag WTIF. Would like to see a light sponsor, lighting, and probably through by extension the other things that he might have on his website. How many of you would like to see us get Uncle Rick's on the board on the game night wheel? Wouldn't that be badass? Last night I did so many dabs. I put my pH down and up in the fridge. Holy cow! That's don't do that. I don't think you want to do that. Oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I don't know. I forget what it is. At UncleRicks.com. Let's go check it out. We looked at it briefly before. Uncle Rick's Genetics. Yes, it is. UncleRicksGenetics.com. Yes, I am over 21. Contact us. We've got the genetics. He's got Purple God, single. I can't read that. Single 30? Single, okay. I cannot read that word. IG. Holy cow, man. Oh, it's down there. I'm trying to read it from the okay, let's pull it up. Let's go to the website. I'm trying to read the colorful name on the outside, but then just underneath of it, it does have the actual regular text. Singularity was what I was trying to figure out. Because, man, that was like, what? Single flirty? And then we got OEG Cheese. Yeah, cherry, suffer, sweet and sour. Okay, okay. Well, we got some good stuff here. Got some merch and such. Oh yeah. Oh wait, where's the lights? Where's the lights? It's genetics. He must have a different. Must be a different place for lights. All right, forget that for now. Kind of praying mantis are you getting? Like off eBay or? I was probably going to look on Amazon, but more than likely go through a company called. I'm drawing a blank. It's called Good Guy Bugs. Or no, Nature's Good Guys. Nature's Good Guys. I look at them a lot, but I'm open to suggestions. You know, I want to make sure I get from a good source, and preferably the closer the better. And I don't think I can. I'm afraid to order them right now, where it's like very cold outside. I might have to wait a few weeks. Really. Grow GGD. Is it the lights? Okay. Grow GGD. Let me look. I'll look at it. You better not be a bunch of like boobs or something, anything, Chris. Come on now. GrowGGD.com. Okay, that's the new one. That's right. Okay. Unlimited, maybe. Is that the lighting, maybe? This is right. This is the one that we went to. Okay. That makes more sense. Great green doors. Equipment. No equipment yet. He said they're working on a lot of it, so I wouldn't necessarily tell you guys to go there just yet, but harvest, repeat. Okay, but where's the lighting? It's not up there yet, I don't think. Anyway, you can talk to him directly, I'm sure. That's probably the best way to go. Not the right time of year. You won't get praying mantis to hatch. Yeah, even inside. Obviously, it'd be inside. But you think it'd be a bad idea, Alan? I'd listen to you. I have a better idea, which is to keep a regiment of either using. I can go back to Prime Superior, but I have a bunch of it in a jug in a sprayer already, which I hate to throw away. But I think I'm gonna just go to the peroxide. I thought I had a bottle of it down here, but the little bit of peroxide in the water, and spray and give them a little refreshing bath once in a while. I'm gonna try to change the light cycle too. For one thing, the table and the aquaponics system, their light cycles are off a little bit. I need to sync them up. And the other thing is that I need the lights to come on later in the day. I'm thinking around noon would be great if the lights come on at noon, and then it would be off at 6 a.m. Yeah. And so it would give me some time to do some things during the morning. Although there might be, no, I don't think I have any sunlight coming in here. Only slightly should be under equipment. That's okay. I think I closed it, so we'll check that out later. Um, no, the company will probably have a note about available beneficial insects during certain times of year. What do you mean by that? Like just a note saying whether they have them or not? Like, wouldn't that be any company? Cheers. Yeah, let's wipe this out. Wash it Wednesday, guys. I'm gonna go and add some more water to this piece and see really what's going on. See if it's supposed to be higher up. Actually, we should try that now. I should just run and go do that while I play a song for you guys. We got Colin Smith in the house still. Colin, are you out there, bro? We got Margaret. We can play the other day's Bakers. We're going to play WTIF song, I think. It's fine. So now I have to go see a physical therapist for every once a week, every week for the next 6 weeks at least, and also a massage therapist every week, once a week for the next 3 months, I think. And it's not as fun as you might. But necessary is necessary, and that makes it good and makes it a lot more fun than the pain that I'm having. So, hey, it is better than not. I want to start seeing a chiropractor too again. Really helped my neck out a lot. I tell you what, I had some neck problems since I was in school doing the old wrestling. If you try to make an order, most beneficial insect companies will have a warning. Try to order anything during the winter. Yeah, you would think, but man, I ordered some predatory mites last winter, and I don't know why I ordered them at that time, but then didn't think anything of it, like an idiot. And it took them an extra week longer than they should have to get to me. I'm like, these are probably mostly dead. I tried to use them anyway. The company actually paid me back for it, so give me back my money. I'll give it up to them. I'll give it up to them on that one. Nature's good guys. It's something that I wouldn't see a lot of companies do. So let's give this a try. Got the heat there away from all things. In fact, we're just gonna shut that off. It's still hot, but it's cool now. All right, I'm gonna go put a little more water in this thing. I'm gonna play a little tune. Hey Chuck, what's up, my guy? I'm going to be right back. We'll be right back. All right, let's play. Let's play this one. All right. Okay, loud. Be right back.
I'm growing, everyone knows from what's growing on to what is
Hi, everybody. Who's in the house? Who's watching right now? Hit that hashtag. Hit that. I don't know. Put some emojis in the chat. I don't care which ones. All right, this kind of seems cool, actually. I put a lot more water in there, like a lot. So I try to put my fingers at where it was, and now where it is. Oh, I see, Alan. Okay. I didn't know that. All right. So we're going to give this a try with all the water. Interesting. Actually, I don't know if my mic is still working good. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? We're going to leave in just a minute, but I wanted to try this out. Who was that talking about the water level? Red 6 or somebody? No. Forgot who it was that gave me this idea. Well, cheers to you guys. Forgot I didn't turn it back on. It's not working though. Too much water. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Well, I'll just fix that later. Pour some water out. Have I ever tried a chili pipe? Never heard of it. Never heard of it, Chris. What's it all about? Tomorrow, people in the boxes, guys. 8 o'clock Central Time. Whoever's watching right now, checking out the replay, go check out the show every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. And I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we'll talk to the other regular co-hosts. And if you want to be a regular co-host on that show, you can have your own show. You do your own show, and you can promote and cool audiences on Thursday, and then go back and do your, like that. And it's a way to grow together without actually saying, "Hey, you come to my show," and okay, I'll go to your show. And this way, it's a collaborative effort, if you will. Shocked. I looked at the site you mentioned. They don't seem to have any restrictions on ordering. Most likely, they don't pay attention. Life cycles of the insects they sell. Huh. Yeah, I guess so, man. That's what I mean. Like, I'm open to suggestions to really anybody. They're on they're on Amazon, I think. They have liquid in a sleeve. Put in the freezer. Oh yeah. Okay, I've seen different types like that, Chris. Yeah, I've seen types like that, ice and stuff like that. All I know is I definitely put way too much water in this. See if I can wipe this out real quick. Okay. All right. Well, whoever you are and whatever you're doing, you still have to eat. You still have to worry about what you are going to put in your body and what kind of outcome you want with yourself. So it's all about growing as a person and growing, maybe a little bit of something that you eat and moving in that direction, right? Being a little more self-reliant, right? So appreciate you guys for watching. And if you haven't yet, please do so. Hit that like button. Follow the channel if you haven't. I do appreciate it. And help share me out, guys. If you ever see any obviously good content that you like, I'm not saying to just share everything out, but if you see something that you like, help me out, help a brother out, share it a little farther than I can share it, because algorithms and such. I keep getting this silly thing, oh, you're a rising creator. I'm not. It's like, it doesn't seem like I'm really going anywhere with that, but it's just like, it just wants to keep sending these messages. So for you guys to help me out is really the only way that we can make this thing big. So let's go have some fun, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on People in the Boxes. Thanks again for coming. If you haven't signed up yet, go check out locals.com. And you can go directly to my page on there. It's theindoorfarmer.locals.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro setup, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the